Welcome back to Building Better Communication for IELTS. I'm Lisa, and I'm here with Mark, your partner in the learning journey to master IELTS speaking test. Today's topic is one that everyone loves to talk about, your hometown. By the end of this episode, you'll have all the tips, strategies, and vocabulary to confidently answer the examiner's questions about where you come from.
Absolutely, Lisa. Whether you love your hometown or not, it's an interesting topic to prepare for, and you'll see it often in the IELTS speaking test, especially in part 1. So, let's dive into some common questions. Ready?
Let's get started.
So, first question. Lisa, can you share with our lovely listeners? Where do you come from?
I'm from Melbourne, Australia, a vibrant and bustling city with a great mix of culture, nature, and food. Now, a great tip here for our listeners. When you answer this question, don't just say the name of your city. Add some details to make your answer more engaging. For example, instead of just saying, I'm from Melbourne, I could say, I'm from Melbourne, a city famous for its diverse cultural scene and beautiful coastal areas. See how I added some context to make my answer more engaging.
That's a great point. Adding some extra information makes your answer sound more natural and fluent. And if your hometown is small or not well known, just like mine, you could say something like, I'm from a small town called Woodville, located in the northern part of the country. It's a quiet place with a population of only about 5,000 people. Although it's small, it's known for its beautiful countryside and close-knit community. Most people in my town work in agriculture, and it's a great place if you enjoy outdoor activities like hiking or fishing. This shows the examiner you can describe and explain even if your hometown isn't a major city.
Now for the second question. What is the weather like in your hometown? Mark, how would you answer that?
Well, I come from a town where the weather is pretty unpredictable. We experience all 4 seasons, sometimes in one day. The key here is to use specific weather-related vocabulary. You could say, the weather in my hometown is temperate, with mild winters and warm summers. Notice how I use the word temperate, which means the weather is neither too hot nor too cold. It's important to include more advanced vocabulary like this to impress the examiner.
Exactly. Other useful words are humid, if your hometown is hot and wet, arid if it's dry, or breezy if it's often windy. So don't just say, the weather is good. Try to give a more descriptive answer.
Great tips, Lisa. Let's move to the next one. When is the best time of year to visit your hometown? What's your answer?
I'd say the best time to visit Melbourne is in the spring, from September to November, when the weather is pleasant and the flowers are in bloom. This question is an excellent opportunity to practice using comparative language. For example, you can say, spring is the best season because the weather is cooler compared to the hot summer months. Or you could use time-related vocabulary like peak season or off-peak season.
Good point. It's also a good idea to mention why people would want to visit at that time. Maybe there's a special event, like a festival. In my town, we have a big annual music festival in the summer, so I'd say, the summer is ideal for visiting because the town hosts a vibrant music festival.
And now for the final question. Why do you like or not like your hometown? This question gives you a chance to share your personal feelings. Mark, do you like your hometown?
I do, but there are pros and cons. I'd say something like, I like my hometown because it's peaceful and the people are friendly. However, it's quite small, so sometimes it feels a bit isolated. Notice how I give a balanced answer by using both positive and negative points. You don't need to be overly positive, just be honest.
Right. And don't forget to use emotional language like I love, I enjoy, or even I'm fond of. On the other hand, if you don't like something, say I'm not a big fan of, I find it frustrating, or even I hate. It helps to show a range of emotions in your answers.
So, that's it for today's episode. Let's quickly review what we covered. We talked about how to answer 4 key questions about your hometown. We learned some useful vocabulary like temperate, humid, breezy, peak season, and phrases like I'm fond of, or I'm not a big fan of. Plus, we gave you strategies to expand your answers and include more details to make your responses more engaging.
Exactly. Now it's your turn, our lovely listeners. How would you answer the questions we have discussed today? Where do you come from? What's the weather like? When is the best time to visit? And why do you like or not like your hometown? Leave your answers in the comments, and practice makes perfect. Thanks for joining us today. Keep learning, keep practicing, and we'll see you next time on Building Better Communication for IELTS.
If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure to subscribe and share it with your friends who are also preparing for the IELTS. Lisa and we're here to help you on this learning journey. See you next time. Bye.